Hello, today, I will go over the game series is that copies and paste. Don't get me wrong, copying and pasting to something fans hate, and some companies copy and paste their games. So, let's get started. Let's begin with Fighter Within. If you don't know Fighter Within, it is one of the worst fighting games, or if not, the worst Xbox game ever. The Kinect controls were panned by critics, while several reviews suggesting problems were just as prevalent as the Kinect for Xbox 360. If you don't know this game is a copy and paste of Fighters Uncaged, another bad fighting game. If you look at these two games, it turns out Fighter Within play worse than Fighters Uncaged. No wonder why this is the worst game ever. It's unplayable, and it got a poor Metascore of 23. It's so bad that critics and gamers found this to be a laughing stock. Why did it came here in the first place? To be honest, there are better games than that terrible game. There are some bad fighting game, but Fighter Within is the worst. So bad that Game Informer said Fighter Within is trash. Gaming Trend said it felt insulted with Fighter Within. And what's so sad is that Gaming Age gave Fighter Within a 0 out of 10. This is the worst game ever, and they copy and paste off Fighters Uncaged. We are glad we are not playing that shit again. Next is RBI Baseball, the series that baseball fans once loved back in the 90s. In fact, it was one of the first baseball video game franchises. It was developed by Tengen during the span from 1988 to 1994. It was one of the first console game to be licensed by the MLBPA. RBI Baseball saw releases on the NES from 1988 to 1991, and on the Sega Genesis starting at 1991, but the series was halted on 1995, when Tengen consolidated into Time Warner Interactive in 1994. The last game of the series was Super RBI Baseball in 1995 for the SNES and RBI Baseball 95 for the Sega 32X. 19 years later, MLB Advanced Media revived the series starting with RBI Baseball 14, developed by Behavior Interactive. Unfortunately, the series never got the good welcome back. 14 as fact was not well received by critics. IGN gave RBI Baseball 14 a 4.5 out of 10. In the review, the game has poor defensive controls and there is not much modes to play. It also said the game has very few redeeming qualities. EGM said in its review that the game has bad presentation and the game's AI is broken. Not what you want from a game that has rebooted. In fact, it got worse. 15 has a Metascore of 46, which is not good at all, while 15 is a slight improvement. IGN said there are more glitches and there are still bugs in the game. 16, however, is worse. More bugs and more glitches. The series is already at its downfall. MLB The Show is already elite, and to see RBI Baseball fail more and more, it's already not looking good for Xbox Owner. 17 is even worse. Somehow the gameplay got worse, as the animations is ugly and scripted fielding controls along with poor base running controls. It's already confirmed that this is the fall of RBI Baseball. And to make matters worse, RBI Baseball 18 got worse than 17. 18 got a Metascore of 32. It's so bad that Gaming Age gave RBI Baseball 18 a 0 out of 10. However, the worst thing about the series is that MLBAM is not even trying or have never even developed a game before. The truth is 16, 17 and 18 is a copy and paste of 15. While I may be wrong with this, they should have made the other gaming companies develop the games instead. It's just that MLBAM is not even ready to make baseball games, and it's a shame that MLB is the only league that makes its own games, much compared to MLB The Show, which is still great as of today. It's sad that RBI Baseball is like this. If only they have the other companies develop the series, then it would have been a good game. Well, 19 is a slight improvement over 18, but 20 looks worse than 19. What a shame. Hopefully they can find a new developer and help the series, because time is running low on RBI Baseball. Now, in our next game we shift away from sports. This time is the Heavy Fire series. This series shows the developer is not giving any improvement to a game like Heavy Fire. Heavy Fire is a on-rails arcade shooter series developed by Tenon 4 Games, and to be fair, the series is not a good one. There's not much info, but some say the series is very limited and boring. Well, in the first game, one said the game's AI is very bad. The second game didn't show much improvement. In fact, it is a copy and paste for the first game. If you think Madden is copy and paste, think again. This game series is copy and paste. Things never got better in Heavy Fire, Afghanistan. The game is developed by Tian, who developed and published the first 2 games, but this time, the 3rd game is published by Mastiff. And look at this. This game has the same gameplay as the first 2 games, and somehow it plays worse. But the first 2 games as where the series is doubtful in continuing. But many fans of the genre and still doubtful in the series' future. The series somehow got worse. Heavy Fire, Shattered Spear played way worse than the series. However, it instead came back for a 5th title of the series. Heavy Fire, Red Shadow is now developed by Anchor with Mastiff back as its publisher, and to be fair, the game is still disliked by critics. So, if you want to believe which series is copying and pasting, Heavy Fire is the answer. This ends the video. If there are other games or a copy and paste, let me know in the comments below. Madden will not be in the list because they do not copy and paste. Remember, try to research on games, see which is a bad game, look at the meta score, and put that game in the comments below, not Madden. Anyways, I will see you later.